So, the next game for Indiecember is called Into the Grid. This is a really cool one. I saw kind of aspects of this on Steam, like when I reviewed all of these, and I really like the aesthetic. I like the direction of it, so we're going to play it around with it and see how it feels. But yeah, it's called Into the Grid, and it's got a bunch of different character selection. That I didn't expect. I didn't know that. Different factions. Assist. Play cards that provide lingering buffs. Scripts create one-time use cards on discard. Discard your cards for powerful effects, and temporarily enhance your commands. This one is amplify your attacks, amplify your defenses, amass resources for a big payoff, and specialize on one card subset. I think I'm going to play Darwin. Play this out. The idea is that you're a hacker, basically, and it's a card game. We're going to do the tutorial run. I want to learn about this. Yeah. So it's really interesting, and like I want to know more about this because it's cool to see card games that are neat. Oh, the chat blur is on. I'm dumb. One moment. Fixed. There we go. But yeah, it's cool to see card games, and it's cool to see card games in this setting, right? Like, look how wild this looks already. I love the zoom out and zoom in. And there's a trace level. The grid is digital infrastructure runner's hack. Grids are comprised of clusters, virtual rooms that hold nodes. Nodes are smallest functioning elements of the grid. You can move the camera using WASD or by holding right-click with the mouse. Already done. Cool. Grids are divided into layers, which act like floors of the entire domain. Each layer has a core node that will let you advance to the next layer if you defeat its core keeper. Your objective is to reach the deepest layer, find the final core node, and breach its mainframe. Now let's learn about nodes. Click on the data node. Extract 100 intel. Cool. I like that. Extracting nodes will always provide intel. Intel are stolen corporate files used as currency to buy things inside the grid. To move between clusters, you need to pass through the gates. Check out the gate. Most gates have specific conditions that you need to meet to unlock. This activity gate will be unlocked if all nodes in the cluster are exhausted. Extract the last data node so you can open the gate. Alright. I'm in. Yeah. I want to see this. Oh, that's a cool way to load the room. Click the data node to see another way you can interact with the node. Let's exploit it. Plus 25% intel when extracting any nodes. Okay. But that'll increase my trace. Trace measures how aware of your presence the grid is. For every 10 points of trace gain, the grid will increase its alarm level, making the run more difficult and the enemies more dangerous. Try exploiting this data node. Alright. I love the teleport between those two. Different nodes can be exploited for different effects. Check how to advance further by inspecting the gate. Unlock this gate by defeating all sentinels in the cluster. So we gotta fight the monster. Is that thing changing? It's changing between different monster types. Alright, but that raises our trace level by fighting it. Oh, this UI looks clean, dude. Everything you see is created by your console to provide you with information during combat. This is your console's integrity. A representation of how much damage it can take before it breaks. If it reaches 0, it's game over. The objective of every combat is to get the ICE's integrity to 0 before it does the same to you. Your console will show ICE's intent here, and its inherent passive abilities here. Playing cards costs clock. A card's clock cost is shown on the left next to its name. Okay, so we get 3 clock. / We're directly fighting. Oh, that feels really good, dude. Like, look how really clean that is. Playing cards fills the yellow bar here. That's virtual memory. Many cards generated, and it's used to activate your commands and trigger some cards' conditional effects. You can check how much Vim a card generates by counting the yellow symbols beneath its clock cost. Commands are powerful skills that can swing at battle in the blink of an eye. Normally, any given command can only be used once per turn, so keep that in mind. Okay, we have a 0 cost. Generate 1 extra Vim. We used 1 command this turn, so I got 1 extra Vim from that. Gain 20 barrier. Its intent is to do 30 damage to me. So if I do 2 barriers, the blue bar over your integrity is your barrier. Some cards generated, and it blocks incoming damage. Barrier expires at the start of your following turn. So we need to get at least 40 up, and then we can end our turn. I don't have any more clock left, but I'm not going to take any damage. Jesus. That is really cool looking, dude. I thought it was just gonna, like, slide forward and you'll take damage. Like, no, that was, like, really awesome, actually. While fighting the grid, you may apply or receive buffs or debuffs. Statuses you're affected by are shown in your hand, and the ones affecting the enemy are next to the integrity. This looks great, dude. Amped code slash. Decompiled cards are not reshuffled into your repo for the remainder of combat. Alright. We've got... It's going to do a power shot of 50 damage. 56 damage. That's a lot. Can we go full out and do crazy damage? Let's see. It had a shield. That's not great. Increasing incoming damage by 25%. Each point represents duration in number of rounds. I wonder if it should go all out for damage. Do it. This is gonna hurt. Oh. I wonder if I regenerate that after combat. Remember, you can visualize all the cards you can still draw in your repo. Look at that visual flare on that, man. That looked awesome. That looked really good. Yeah, sick. Eat it. This feels very much like Shadowrun. In a very good way. No, this is rad. No, I'm in. You got a hash key. Hash keys are a resource used to rehash nodes and unlock some gates. They're mainly obtained by defeating sentinels. Now that the node does not have a sentinel blocking anymore, you can interact with it. Choose between 4 cards to obtain. We can rehash this. I think I'm going to do that. Exploit the compiler node. Ooh. Gain 2 Feral? What is Feral? Each point increases outgoing damage by 5%. Decays 1 point each turn. Reduces outgoing damage by 25%, so we can inflict debilitate on the enemy. Deal 20 damage and gain 20 barrier? Done. I'm going shields, man. Open that gate and move forward. Got it. Card game wishlisted. This is awesome feeling, man. And it's incredibly polished. I'm digging this. This cluster is controlled by Extraction Watcher. You can check its description by clicking on it. Most clusters will have a watcher monitoring them, placed there to penalize your actions. There are also 2 gates. Inspect each one. Oh, we have to open those. Use all nodes in the cluster, or open one with a hash key. Exploit the data node to avoid the extraction watcher. Done. Exploit the exchange node to spend some of the intel you have. Connect to the surface. Sir.fis. But there's an extraction watcher there. This is Sir.face. Surface. The shop where you can exchange intel and other resources for cards, tools, and more. Feel free to browse and buy. Leave when you're ready, and remember you won't be able to come back until you find another exchange node. Mushrooms. Mushroom! Adonis ad blocker. Gain 30 barrier and draw a card. How much money do we have? 320? Deal 40 damage. Increase damage of this card by 20 per attack played this turn, and then decompile the opponent. Or decompile. Decompiled cards are not reshuffled. Oh, okay, so it disappears. It's a one-hit go. I love mushrooms. But also, the ad blocker and Crimson Assault seem really good. I'm gonna have to do it. Wait. Yeah, what is that? I'm sorry, I have to. I have to leave the mushrooms. I have to leave them behind. I'm sad about it. Eliminate that sentinel key to the render node. Every time you extract a node in this cluster, +1 trace. Let's kill it. Hey, man. Let's see. What are you gonna do? You're gonna do 30 damage and inflict 1 exposed? That's mean. It's not very nice at all. Boop. 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 Now you won't do any damage, but I'll get exposed. Love the camera move. It's just like extra flair on all of this, man. Feels good. It's gonna gain 20 barrier and also do a damage. Okay. If you have at least 10 Vims that deal 40 damage to all targets. We're not gonna decompile that one just yet. Let's do that, and then Crimson Assault for 60. That's a big hit. That felt good. Hoplite. Amped Cyber Shell. That's kind of sick. I think I can kill it, though. Yeah. That feels really nice. Claim rewards. Sick. Oh. Rehashing nodes overhauls their functionality in a major way. It's resource consuming, but usually has a big payoff. Obtain an icebreaker. Okay. I'd kind of like to exploit that, but alright. We get an icebreaker. Icebreakers are tools that can disable any ice instantly, whether Sentinel or Watcher. Keep in mind, tools expire when you move to a new layer. Explore the cluster beyond the gate. Alright. Now we can turn that off then, yeah? This cluster has some incredibly useful nodes. However, it's also protected by an activity watcher, so using any of them in any way would greatly increase your trace. Use Icebreaker and Activity Watcher to avoid additional trace. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Exploit every node here. 1 of 3 drivers, too. So we get a driver for that. At the start of each combat, generate 5 VIMs. So these are, like, mission-wide bonuses, it looks like. The first time you play 3 attacks each turn... First time you play 3 defenses each turn... I'm gonna say the Vim one, dude. Music is awesome. Yeah, I love the music. Protocols are cards that change the rules of combat once played and disappear afterwards until the end of combat. Add that one to your deck. Cornucopia Protocol. Reminds you of Netrunner. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. Upgrader. We can make that 45 barrier and 1 cost. We can make that 50 damage and plus 30. I think I'm going to do Crimson Assault. What does re-enable your minor command? Oh, I might do Hoplite, though. 30 and 30? Ooh. No, I'm doing that. Crimson Assault is busted. That's nice. I like that. Alarm level raised. Shit. The last action raised the grid's alarm level. In this case, raising the alarm level caused that gate to close, but sometimes can spawn new sentinels as well. The gate can be open, but will now raise your trace to open it. Alright, let's do it. Hash key that gate. Finally, you found the core node of this layer. Core nodes will have an exceptionally powerful sentinel on them, known as a core keeper. Since this tutorial grid only has 1 layer, this is the final core node. Keep in mind, real corporate grids can have multiple layers. Before the final battle, there are 2 more things you should learn. First, try customizing your commands for combat here. You can do so from the map at any point during your run. Oh, this is crazy, dude. So our commands can completely change. Okay. Draw 1 card and gain 2 clock. What is clock again? I don't actually know what clock is. Choose a card from your repo and play it for free. Yeah, that's huge. Done. In this case, you could try using the Hunting Ground skill in the core node cluster to get a benefit for the final battle. Good luck reaching the mainframe, runner. Alright. Let's just do it. Clock is more actions per turn. Oh yeah, that was my clock resource. You're right. You're totally right. In combat, you can check your active drivers and their effects here. Some Sentinels have companion devices or independent parts of themselves called peripherals to aid in them in combat. Disabling them is not mandatory to win the battle. Peripherals have their own separate integrity and subroutines and must be targeted separately by single target attacks. Disabling a peripheral will set off its death trigger, which you can check here. Alright. Yeah, we're going to hit the jaw then. What's it going to do? Gain 24 berry and upgrade all offensive subroutines. That'll do 88 damage. That'll kill it. I think we could actually just do that and do a shitload of damage right off the bat. There we go. And then shield ourselves, which we don't really need to. We have to do at least 30 damage to that one or it upgrades all its offensive abilities. Which is a huge problem. I could double code slash into a blocker. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna hurt. That hurt. Cool animation. There we go. We're gonna win this, no problem. The card's art is awesome, dude. Everything about this is awesome. I'm gonna do execute. We can get a free code slash out of it. And we win. Yeah, this is really neat. I dig this a lot, man. This game is really fantastic. Cyberpunk-themed dungeon crawler. Card game, yes. I want to play Darwin this time. I'm going to choose the beginner run. It's super fun so far. We lose the game? No, we won. Wait. Am I a spider mech? Yo. Alright. We're going to get a little bit of a little bit of problems there, but we'll see. It's going to inflict unstable. Deal 50 on hit, gain 1 overclocked. Decompile. Start your turn with an extra clock. Each round represents duration number of rounds. Do crunch into code smash. And then we'll do... Create 1 copy of the last script you played. None. Start your turn, gain 1 clock. Discard up to 3 cards, then draw that many cards. So next turn we'll get an extra turn. We should start with 4 this turn. There we go. Create 1 random script. Gain 10 barrier. It's kind of cool. Crunch it. Crunch it. And then shield. Shield. That effect is awesome. Yeah, it's really, really good looking. Gain 20 barrier, draw a card. On discard, gain 20 barrier. We're going to discard that. We didn't need to, but it's fun. Yeah. Okay, we got a hash key. Disable a sentinel in the current cluster. Obtain a sentinel breaker. Or we can get intel. I'm gonna extract. I just want to get money right now. I'm gonna kill this guy next. Steam Deck? Yeah, no, I want to ask about that too. We don't know what it's gonna do. That's a problem. It also has a cloak. Inflict 1 exposed to ice. I have a bit of a problem here. I don't have any attacks. Yikes. Alright, dash and slash. Oh, now I only have attacks. Great. Done. Your cloak is gone. I'm gonna take damage here and there's nothing I can do about it. Oof. I'll get 4 turns this one, though. Oh! Got it. You just say, hear me out. Wait a minute. I'm going to change my commands on this character. Discard the rightmost card in your hand. Weird. Trigger one of your assist effects randomly and reduce its counter. Okay. At start of your next turn, gain 1 clock. Preserve all scripts this turn. Extend all your assist effects by 1. Discard up to 3 cards, then draw that many cards. Every time you create scripts this turn, create 1 random script. Yeah, let's do that. Extra scripts seems really interesting. Actually, we can go into there and say preserve all scripts this turn as well. Obtain an icebreaker. That's kind of nice. Or obtain 2 hash keys. We only have 1 hash key right now. 2 hash keys is kind of huge. There we go. Now we got 4. Plus 300 intel for 1 hash key. Yeah, done. We're going to get a trace level increase really soon. That sucks. It's going to gain barrier and deal damage. We're going to do that. And I'll get rid of this. So that'll give me 20 barrier. That's fine. And I think I'll smash it. There we go. Easy peasy. Cocoon script. It's going to drain 4 Vim. We got ads. I'm going to wait on the ads. What a sick game so far, man. Yeah, I really enjoy this, dude. Like, I really, really like this. I think that the animations are phenomenal. That's one of the things that I think lacks in a lot of card games, man. Like, I really do. And they've made it feel like an actual world, right? Like you're fighting a creature, not just an image. The quality is incredibly high. Yeah, incredibly high. And it launched this year in November, sitting at 88% positive, only 127 reviews. I'm very surprised. It'd be cool if you saw the spider legs in that view. It would be. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm going to grab a snack real quick. Give me just a minute. Need something to eat. I've returned. All right. Let's kill this thing. So my average output's going to be about 60 if I go all out. That thing's busted up my trace the whole time. 3 cards to obtain. We need cards, bad. Captain Command Dogs, dude, what is that? Pinata Bomb. It deals 10 damage, or I can discard it and deal 30 damage, or on discard. Every time the card is discarded, so I should discard Pinata Bomb and deal 30 bonus damage. Deal 25 damage, augment a random card. I wonder if all targets does include me. I don't know. Maybe? I'm gonna go Command Dogs. Obtain a log scrubber or refresher at random. I'm gonna say extract the intel. Because I don't want this trace to go up. Until we get to the next area. Okay. Alright. Oh, we get a watcher in there. What kind of a watcher is that? Every time you open a gate in this cluster. Okay, that's easy. We just won't open a gate. Disable a sentinel in the current cluster. I'm just gonna get the intel. I kind of like fighting them, you know? Fighting the sentinels doesn't feel like a bad thing a lot of the times. I guess it raises trace, though. Now that I think about it. But so would disabling it, so. Deal 31 damage right off the bat. Okay. I'm gonna discard that. We're gonna take damage right up. Just 11, so that's not too bad. Gain 8 barrier, upgrade all offensive subroutines. Let's just pop you then. We are augmenting a random command. So one of these commands get augments. The Weave script. I can create a copy of the Weave script? That's kind of interesting. I win. Neat. Claim those. What do we got here? Alarm level raised. Okay, what? Combat Watcher. Every time you enter a combat in this cluster, +1 trace. What is the purple? Is it like a lockdown? Let's get some intel out of it. Choose between 3 cards to obtain. I'm gonna do cards. We need more cards. That's where the thing can see. That makes sense. Echo Chamber. Gain 20 barrier. If you had an augmented command, instead gain 50 barrier. So we can use Dog into Echo Chamber to get 50 barrier. Or I could get the Holy Toaster. Gain 30 barrier and draw 1 card. And it does that for 2 turns. I'm going Holy Toaster. That's a great card. Yeah, draw 1 card for 2 turns. Exactly. That's awesome. Oh, God. Oh, dear God. Okay. Inflict 1, suppress, pass. What is suppressed? Attack cards cost 1 extra clock until played this turn. Each point represents duration and number of rounds. We gotta kill that thing. This one deals 25 damage. On block, runner gains 1 cached. Okay, I'm gonna do Holy Toaster to start it. We'll do 10 damage with this to the right antler, and then Code Crunch it so it dies. We have enough block, so I'll do Captain Command Dogs, which is now free. And then I'll do a Paper Crane for a barrier, and have to discard nothing. You're mad. I can see that you're mad. Stay mad. This feels good. Deal 42 damage. Inflict 1 tagged. Defense cards cost 1 extra clock until they played this turn. Okay. I don't have a script that I've played. We're gonna have to do that, and then I'll probably do 20 on that for now. I don't want to take 42 damage, so I'm gonna take 2 damage instead. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, too bad the dead antler didn't detonate, right? Oh, this is not good. That regenerated very fast. Shit. We gotta go all out on the boss. Deal 12 damage per card in runner's hand. Oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. It's gonna do so much damage. What a crazy monster! Ow. It hurts. Oh my god, all my cards cost so much now. I'm so screwed. I'm so freaking screwed, dude. Jesus Christ. Eat it. Thank God I got that out. Okay, we gotta hit an antler, and then after it breaks, we can change the cost of our cards. That's how we do this. Because the effect is really strong. Can I move my cards? I can't move my cards. But I could do this. Make that one the rightmost card. This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to code smash that one. Boop! That's fine. That'll end my turn. It'll be okay. It gains a barrier. But there we go. Now we can do some cool shit. Deals 42 damage, respawn an antler. Well, there's 30 defense. We'll create another script. We've scripted. Command dogs. We've augmented that to version 2. 2 copies of Weave script. I've got 2 clock on me. Make another random script. Cocoon script it. That's perfect. That fixes my problem. Yeah! Much better turn. Sick. And we win. That was the most horrifying enemy that I fought so far. Deep spooky. I got a lot of money. This cluster will collapse at next alarm level. What do we got here? That'll cost this. That'll cost this. Do we want to go over here? Is that cool? There's a shop. I need to go in there. Can I go in here? I don't think I can. Okay. It's gonna cost me to go through no matter what, but I want to go over here so I can get to that shop. Choose between 3 cards to obtain. Done. Unstable Shelter. Gain 60, discard 1 random card. If it was a defense, gain 40 additional barrier. That's huge. Create 1 bite script. On discard, create 2 bite scripts. Gain 50 barrier. Augment critical. Create 1 cocoon script. So this gives 50 barrier. Cost 2. Augmenting command refreshes its use and improves its effect. Okay. Augment critical commands. I think I want to do the spawner for bite script. Because bite is just an extra attack. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Spawner seems cool. Connect to the surface. Connect to upgraded surface. Let's do that. Because I got a shitload of money on this run. Okay, what is this? Every time you disable a peripheral, deal 30 damage to the ice. That's enormous. Reduce trace by 2 to reduce the cost of adjacent items by 25%. Okay, so I can hack the node. I can hack the actual store to cause other things. Increase trace by 2 to reduce the cost of adjacent items by 25%. We can change the cost of things by trading for trace, basically. Reroll adjacent items. Reduce trace by 3. Log scrubber. Deal 150 damage, decompile, on discard, generate 6 Vim. That seems really good. Yeah, that's crazy good. Glass cannon seems awesome. At the end of your turn, if you have any unspent clock, gain 1 amped. Okay. First time you played 3 defense since each turn, gain 1 overclocked. I feel like Achilles driver is huge, and reducing my trace is kind of huge. But so is glass cannon. I could take 2 trace to reduce the cost of all 3 of these. What's that one? Okay, I'm going to take 2 trace to reduce the cost of all 3 of these. That reduced all of these, which allows me to buy glass cannon and the trace reducer. And that's really helpful. And I'm happy with that. And I think we're good. Every time you extract a node in this cluster, we don't need to extract more nodes. Part, let's fight it, dude. This thing is really cool, actually. This thing is actually really awesome, dude. I'm kind of blown away by the quality of the game as well. It's incredible. It's really, really pretty. Gain 19 barrier, upgrade all. Remove all barrier from the ice, and deal 15 damage to it if it dies. Remove 7 barrier from the runner. I could just kill it. Sick. Sick. Oh, the log scrubber is actually a tool. You're right. I just reduced the trace there. Remove a card is very powerful. I think removing a basic code crunch is a pretty good idea. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. You love this aesthetic? Same, man. See ya! I do feel like glass cannon is kind of legit, dude. Haven. Restore 100 integrity. I'm kind of low on integrity. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Get me back to full. Let's open that gate. What do we see? Every time you extract a node in this cluster, gain 1 trace. What about the other one? So many watchers. Every time you extract a node. I wish I had a spike, dude. Drivers. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this side. I'm gonna take the drivers. Maybe we get a tool to break that thing. By God, it's another glass cannon. Every time I start with glass cannon, I just win. It's good feeling, you know? Hopefully I just don't get another Wendigo. Yeah, give me those drivers. It's gonna raise my trace level, but it's fine. First time an assist effect expires, protocols now cost 1 less clock. Protocols. Use minor commands 2 times per turn. Protocols. That's kind of cool. Here we go. Ooh, it's collapsing the world behind me. Disable the sentinel in the current cluster. Let's do that. We disable that? No. Let's get rid of it. Obtain 2 hash keys. Don't need that. Reveal all clusters connected to this one. That's kind of cool. I don't really need any of these items, so I'm gonna wait. Yeah, very polished experience, I agree. Simon MK1. Gone. Oh, he blue screened? Watching him blue screen is very funny. The Wendigo. The Wendigo is a problem. I don't actually have... Ah, shit. Draw one card. Every turn. Which damage does it do? Per card in my hand. Alright. There we go. I don't have my glass cannon. It's gonna try to respawn an antler, but it can't. Glass cannon. Cost me 3, but you die. Nice. So this is a Wendigo? Yeah. Wendigos are terrifying in this game. What do we need to do for this door? Using all nodes in the cluster, but this adds bullshit every time I do that. All nodes in the cluster. Open this gate by increasing trace by 1. Got it. I think I'm going to go this way. Because we don't need these nodes, and that just increases trace level dramatically. We could also go to here, reveal the core. That'll cost us 1, but it's worth it. Nice. Actually? I'm gonna get a hash breaker. Or an icebreaker. With my hash key. And then we're gonna go up here. To that one? That's a compiler. I need hash keys. You have 2 hash keys. How do we open this door? Using all nodes in this cluster. And what do you do? Every time I extract a node. Alright, we're gonna go here. Oh wait, I'm going this way. That's weird. Alright, there we go. Erebus. It's gonna deal 40 damage right off the bat. Alright, bud. Let's get a bite script in there. Oh, we have to kill the wings first. Okay. That's a weird one, yeah? We have to hit the wings to make it so that it pops up its face and then deal damage to it. Jesus. Fly guy. Give me the old 1-2. Boop. Yeah. Damage the wings at the start of each round. That's kind of cool. I dig that. I need this. We need hash keys. However, I'm going to use an icebreaker on you. Gone. And then we can take this and rehash that for... Wait, no. I wanted the 2 hash keys. I'm a dumbass. It's fine. We'll take another icebreaker. It's not a big deal. Random breaker tool. You just want intel. I should end this room with 9 trace level, which is good. Every time this ice hits, it inflicts 1 exposed. We did not start with what I wanted, which is fine. Gain 31 barrier, inflict 1 unstable. Good smash it. Glass cannon. It's over. Trace the top door. I might. This one, tracing the top door actually gives... I just have to open it by increasing trace. I think that's probably the right way. Because this doesn't connect, right? Like, we don't have a connection there, so I think this is the right way to go. Is there anything we need in this? So you can extract intel from these, because it's free. Yeah. Is it cracking the mainframe? Yes. The best part about this is just the beginner run, dude. Like, they had a bunch of different difficulties beyond this. Yeah, it should have 9. And then we can go in from that side. Oh, we can go straight to it. It was connected to it. Time to rock! Alright, what do we got? Okay, we have a shield and a core. Malbork. At the end of its turn, if this ice integrity is full, it inflicts 1 debilitating. We don't want that. It has 560 HP. That's a problem. I think if we break the core, that's the right way to go. We need to make him not have full HP. Shield ourselves. And then probably Paper Crane into a discard and Code Crunch. Alright. We gotta hit the shield first. Deal 35 damage is his next move, so hit that, do the bite script, shield, shield. Once that shield goes down, the core becomes vulnerable. That hurts. It gave me underclocked, so I only have 2 moves this turn. He's gonna do a lot of damage this turn. I need to code smash and just go all in. Yep. That means next turn I'll have more, but I'm gonna take a lot of damage this turn. Yeah, a lot of bone removal. What I want to do is I want to do damage. I want to kill the shield and then use Glass Cannon on the core, which will then nuke him. Yeah. And I definitely don't want to do it when I'm debilitated. That's not great. He's not doing any damage this turn, so we just go all out. Yeah, he's just applying a bunch. Wait, he did hit me with a shield. You horrible bastard. Everything does such low damage right now. 52 damage to me this turn. So I can do double shield and do like a weak attack, it looks like. I don't want to use my abilities quite yet. Okay. Crunch it. That thing is down. We're gonna force field. Okay, now the core is vulnerable. He's gonna deal 105 damage? Alright, this is gonna be all shields all the time, man. Ow. What? 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 1 turn? Repair the shield? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. I just have to go all out on him. He healed the shit out of himself. Crap, dude. It has 240 HP. We can't do 240 HP in 1 turn. The shield's exactly the same. It was 160 last time. How the hell am I supposed to beat that? Shit, man. The core doesn't take any damage. It was 160 before. Yeah, it's exactly the same. The shield gives you a card to pierce core when it dies? Did it? I didn't see that. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't realize that that entered my hand. Very cool, dude. If the shield peripheral is... that costs 2, though. Like, you're using all of your stuff. I guess I have to kill the shield again and then use this. Yeah. That's all we can do. Okay, I understand now. Shit, man. I want to see how those abilities work. We're going to discard this for right now. Yeah, they cost 2. That's very expensive to cast that. 52 damage on hit. Not great. That's all we can do. I know boss is at full health, so it does debilitate. I gotta hit it with a bite. It's very nasty. This whole thing is nasty. Can I beat this thing? Probably not. 2 cost is really high. I wish that was free, because, like, you go all out to kill the thing. I'm just gonna start using glass cannon on it, on the shield. I won't have any points, though. I won't have enough to cast anything. So the core is just gonna... shield's just gonna come back up next turn. Shit, man. This is gonna hit really hard, actually. It's gonna hit really hard. I feel like the commands on this character don't synergize with the deck that I built. I feel like I built a shitty deck for what my abilities are. Yeah. It might take longer to come back. It was a 1-turn comeback. So, it's kind of brutal, to be honest. Which is fine, I just gotta figure it out. Of course, that thing has a shield right now. Great. Yeah, like, this is... I'm so dusted, dude. Maybe it doesn't cool down if the first time it uses it? I don't know. All I know is he's kicking my complete ass. He's debuffing the shit out of my character. Yeah, like I have a billion debuffs. Screw it. Eat it! Fight that. Fight that. That's all I get. And he's gonna come back this turn, I bet. Nope. Pure score? Okay. And now he's gonna deal 105 damage. Like... That's so unbeatable for me right now, dude. Like, my deck is not made for this. I'm just dead. No, like, you get 1 turn and then he hits you for god damage. This is an unwinnable scenario, gentlemen. Like, no. I wish that would have stunned him out at least, something. Can you focus on him directly? No, because like the shield just he keeps healing. Yeah. Can you pierce the core when the shield's up? Nope, makes it immune. And Pierce Core says if the shield peripheral is disabled. So the shield has to be down for Pierce Core to work. Which is like... I don't really have a lot of options here. I'm just gonna die, basically. Like, I already see it coming, dude. It's over. It's all over but the crying, dude. Dead. There's no way. Yeah. Yeah, no. Super dead. Cool, though. Like, to be honest with you, game's brutal. I did not play that character very well. Yeah. So the thing that's really interesting to me about this is you have 2 characters. I tried to play Darwin, which is more like scripts manipulation, and Ursa is more like throughput and shielding. I think throughput and shielding makes more sense to me, right? I'm gonna get the dev on in just a moment. We're gonna try this again. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hey, Tom.
Hey. Hey, what's up?
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. Everything's working. Community can hear you. I can hear you. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell me what you work on, man.
Great, great. Yes. Well, my name is Mauro. I'm the one of the founders of the project and also one of the game designers. We are two game designers making the game, um, and we are a team of around 8 to 10 people. We have some freelancers coming and going as well, so it's more or less that. And we've been working on Into the Grid now for 3 years, more or less. So
Nice.
it's been a long, a long journey, and but we just released on early access, so we still have like we calculate more or less a year more of development.
And you guys are like you're the developer, you're the publisher, you're doing it all yourselves.
We do all ourselves. We only have a publisher for Asia that it's doing the localization of those countries on that region, and that's it. We are funding this out of our own savings, and we are also many people from the team are going for a percentage, on the revenue and such. So it was more like a group of friends that we just started building this, and we also had some of the IP of the world building already written because it was something that we wanted to do with our narrative designer. So it was like, let's make the game that we dream, to have and to play. Like if we were to play this game, right?
Yeah, I am absolutely blown away by the visual quality of this. The idea that you guys fully 3D modeled all of these and made them actually have like in combat animations and everything like that. I never see that with card games, and I think it looks amazing, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, it was like what happens with our game is that it's not needed, right? Like all the 3D stuff. Like when you see card games, it's something that it's not. It's kind of an overkill for us, but it was in purpose because we found out that we wanted to stand out, right? Because there are so many card games, and we can stand out mechanically, which I think we already do because we have this deep exploration and also the command system in combat. But there was something about raising the bar a little bit, and the immersion that the 3D provides as well. Being in this virtual reality and fighting these robots. So yeah, for us it was like we are always like adding things up because it's like, can we do it? Okay, let's try it, and then we can do it, and then we do it, right? And it's like, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it shows. Then it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, this feels fantastic. So like, I think you guys are doing a really good job, and I have not seen a card game with this much visual polish for a long time. Honestly, like it feels really good. It looks really good. The combinations are really good, and I'm terrible at it because I'm just looking at it, which is super funny. But you guys launched in November, right? So like, are you at full launch or is this early access?
This is early access. We launched on November, yeah, so 1 month and 10 days ago, more or less. And we launched with the 2 characters that they are full, they have all the cards. They are still missing some commands that are going to come soon, but that was the first release, and now we released a patch with the shutdown cluster mechanic, which is this one that it's telling you this will collapse, and the grid starts closing in on you.
Yeah.
And that patch, we launched that one yesterday. So this is kind of fresh gameplay in that sense, and I was enjoying seeing you play, and yeah, don't worry because it's normal to not win, the first time. There's a lot of stuff that you have to read in this game. It's really niche because it's a card game, right? But it's even more because it's very complex. There's a lot of stuff to read and mechanics and things. So we did that 100% in purpose, right? This is a game made for those people, the ones that want to, smash their brains and exactly.
Yeah, no, I really like that, and I have to say it's pretty brutal, but it's brutal in a really cool way, and I think you guys did a really good job. Like I'm kind of I'm really surprised at the art. I think that was the thing that got me the most. And would you want to talk a little bit about your process, actually, of you guys creating a new monster, doing that? What is the way that you sit down and kind of theorize it out? Do you guys do it on paper first? Do you have like a meeting about it? Like how does a new creature enter the game? Where does it begin and how does it end?
Yes, yes, that's a good question. So what we do is first we have the person that takes the art direction mainly is Alvaro, which is also one of the founders and also game designer with me. So what we do mostly is we think on a way that we want the enemy to behave, right, from the game design aspect first. So let's say we have this archetype, right? For example, the one you're fighting right now, the Beakers. It's like this one is an enemy that will do a lot of burst damage suddenly, right? But it's very squishy. So then we think, based on the mechanics that we make, how it can look like, right? For example, the girl that has the knives, right, and she has this stealth mode and everything. So we kind of go from the game design aspect first, but sometimes we don't, because sometimes it's just, it would be cool to have I don't know, this giant robot,
Giant
like
robots are pretty cool,
first
so
one.
I understand.
Yeah, and the shield, and the big hammer, and it's like sometimes we do it the other way. We do the concept for an enemy, and then we do the game design. Like how can we make this shield make sense in the combat and all this stuff. So and we have a lot of influences as well on other games. One of the biggest is Android Netrunner, which I read in the chat that people were calling that out.
Yep.
It was one of our favorite TCGs, really. I play a lot of TCGs. I like to compete in TCG gaming, but Netrunner for us was incredible. And for us, it was like, can we bring a little bit of that world into a roguelike deck builder, right?
Yeah, and
So
I think I think it feels really, really good. And Netrunner's really cool. It's also got kind of like, I guess for me, the universe, kind of the way that things are behaving, kind of feels like some Shadowrun related stuff. I'm interested. What are all of the inspirations you guys have pulled into this? And it's going to be a number of them, for sure. But I'm interested where you got all these components from, and like what inspires you to make this game.
Yes, well, there are a lot of things, like mainly, well, cyberpunk culture. We love that. We like everything that is cyberpunk related, like William Gibson books, Cyberpunk 2077, Shadowrun. Invisible Link is a big reference as well in how the map looks. That is one of my personal favorite games. I think the way they made the stealth mechanic turn-based is amazing. And there's a lot of inspiration then mechanically from other games, of course. Obviously, Slay Spire, right, which is the main creator of this kind of game. But then it was Netrunner as well. There is some things about Flesh and Blood as well, which is a TCG that I really love, that I'm playing currently physically, right? It's basically that a lot of the influences that we have since we were a child, and wanting to make this entire IP, the entire world of the Into the Grid universe, which is there are corporations, there are factions. This is why every character plays differently. It comes from a faction. And if you go to our website, there are a lot of stories about the corporations, the factions of the runners. There is a lot of stuff that we do in the framework of the game that we will explore in this game. Maybe not that deep, because this is not a narrative game, right? We are honest on this. This is mainly a card game, but we will have campaigns for the characters and ways for people to enjoy the lore that we are building as a whole. But yeah, I think those are some of the influences. I'm probably forgetting some more, but yeah, it's the idea of the dungeon crawling mixing with the with the card battles, right? Which is something we also see it's not that much explored right now, right? It's always the path, and you go and you just build your deck, and we wanted to add something else. Oh, there's also one thing that I was forgetting, that is board games, right? Like the map in this game, if you see through it, is kind of a board game. It's a resource economy in which you swap different resources, right?
I didn't actually think about that, but no, that completely makes sense. It is very much so like that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is terrifying. The Wendigo is like the scariest thing. That was the first moment that I realized, wait, this game's not messing around. Like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I like that quite a lot, actually. It's very cool. Ooh.
Yeah, there's something creepy going on as well, right? It's like that is something that we also wanted to achieve, this kind of more mature vibe, in a sense. There are a lot of games right now that are more, cute or that stuff, or are more fantasy oriented and are way less serious in a way. So we wanted to do this justice, like this gritty cyberpunk world, and you are in this place that you should not be, and these are scary programs that you are facing, right?
No, that's really cool though. I'm really glad that you are, because it feels really gritty and creepy. It kind of it's almost got like, some of these guys actually have like Warframe kind of vibes to them. They've got kind of like Shadowrun, like Netrunner. Like the way that it feels is very brutal. It's very, you against the entirety of the map. And I think I just had kind of like a moment there where I was like, wait a minute, I'm not just going into a room and clearing a room. I'm basically dissecting the whole map to the best advantage, and every room I have is a new resource, and I need to start hopping between rooms effectively now that I'm starting to understand the system for this. It's really good, and it's really fun, man.
Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, you mentioned Warframe. It's also one reference. Mostly one of our main 3D artists really likes Warframe, and he made many of the 3D models. So it shows as well. These high tech robots that are very creepy, and it's great.
Yeah, it feels really good. And so I'm interested, right? Like, so you guys are launched, but you're in early access. What are you working on next for the game to bring it out of early access? What's your goal?
Our goal is we have the roadmap posted, so everyone can see it. We have a very clear roadmap because we know which are the things that are going to be needed, for a full release. So the simpler one to explain is 2 more characters, right? Each one with its own unique set of cards and commands, and map skills as well. And then we are going to do the progression, because this will be more of a roguelike than a roguelike, in a sense that you will have progression. So that will give you more options.
Is there no meta progression right now, and that's something you're adding, or is there already meta progression in it?
Exactly. There is no meta progression yet. It's one of the main things we are working on, even before the next characters, right? Because we know it's very important. But right now, our approach for early access right now is have these 2 characters fully, right? Like you play with everything unlocked for now, because what we mainly wanted to see if the mechanics work, right? If people are enjoying the cards, are enjoying the enemies, are enjoying the map. This is why we give everything right now on the early access, but later we will have the progression, and you will be unlocking all these things. And also you will be, getting points to buy hardware for your console, and that will be like your perks, that you will obtain. And the idea is that these perks will give you more options. That, like, we don't want to make this, you hit 20% more, like this skill tree in which you are only improving numbers. We want the player to be able to have more agency, right? So maybe controlling the randomness a little bit more, trying to force a build they like to play, this kind of stuff. It's what we want to do with progression and perks, mainly.
Yeah, that's really
And then it's also the event system. The event system is another big thing that we want to include, which is, in Slay the Spire, when you enter these nodes, that you can choose 3 options, narratively, and something happens. They add a lot of spice, random spice into a run, and those will be important for us as well. We are going to make those too.
I really like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, I think the idea of having like meta progression is like components in your rig, right? That seems really cool. I just love the idea of it. So I think that's going to be very, very fun.
Yeah.
I dig that a lot. Are there going to be ways to earn those through play, or do you get like some kind of a currency through gameplay to buy them? Like how does that? Have you guys revealed how that's going to work?
Yes, what we want to do is make basically a currency that you will play runs, and when you win or lose, you are going to get these credits. Probably it's because you're like buying your stuff, right? So the idea is that you can progress to the perks even if you can't win, because we think that is very important. There are some games that use a progression which is more, you have to, let's say, farm some points and then quit before you lose or something like that. Our philosophy is more like, go to the end, try to win. If you don't win, you will get points anyway, and you will get stronger as you progress. So that's the idea, because also the game is very difficult, right? So it's good to be able to balance that.
I really like that. Yeah, like really, really like that, because there's so many games that are like that. Like, oh, you didn't win a run, you get nothing. It's like that's cool. Yeah, it's also on sale on Steam right now. That's true. Yeah, let me go pull it up for you guys.
Oh yes. I'm very bad at marketing stuff. So no, but yes, it's on the winter sale right now, so it's 20%. The game is right now at 15 USD or
so it's
15
$12
euros in Europe. Yeah. Now with the discount, it's 12. Yeah, it will be higher, of course, when we do the full release. So it can be a nice opportunity now to get it. We are very happy with the reception we are having. Really, I think people are seeing the potential, because it is a very polished early access. I think, of course, it is still early access. There are a lot of things about balance, mainly that we need to improve, because we want more stats from players. That is something that we don't have yet. So that's a big part of early access as well. Is getting stats so we can balance. Right?
So I'm actually really interested in that. What do you feel is the most strong pain point that players have brought to you since you've launched this in early access? What's the thing that upsets them the most that you guys are working on?
Yes, I think one of the things that upset them the most, and I think I hope it's this one, because it also upsets me. So maybe I'm projecting as well, but I think it's something that we are trying to improve for a long time now, and we keep doing that, which is the length of the run, right? Because right now, when you do a run that has 3 layers, which is the expert run, it's very long, right? And we acknowledge that. The thing is, the moment you want to shorten the run, let's say do 1 floor less or make the map smaller, the game starts not feeling that well. It's like a bit of a curse. If we cut content from a run, it doesn't feel that good. But if we don't cut, the run is too long. So that is something that we are already trying stuff to address. That we already have the shutdown clusters right now that help a lot with that, because they start to narrow down the possibilities. And I think players also mentioned that a lot. Like an expert run is too long. The 3 layers is too long. I would say another thing would be meta progression, right? Like meta progression is paramount nowadays, and we are very conscious about that, and it's one of the things that we want to do next. But it's also one of the biggest, because there are a lot of systems inside of it, so it's one of the most urgent, but also one of the biggest to make. So.
Yeah, no, that's a huge amount of work, and it also, a lot of people don't realize, they're like, just add meta progression. It's like, well, now you got to rebalance the whole game around meta progression and make it fun for the new player and make it still fun for the old player, right? It's like, it's not as easy as people think. No, this is quite cool.
And also the visual aspect as well, right? Because we are our game is made in a way that it looks very good, right? Like we try to raise the quality bar in the visual aspect, so we cannot do something, without paying attention to that. So the perk system will have to be looking good as well, right?
Yeah.
So all that stuff also adds more development time and cost.
Ooh, this thing is nasty. I hate fighting this guy. I'm gonna have to double shoot.
Have you tried the skills in the map?
Skills in the map itself? I've changed those around to do different things with my Vim resource. Is that what you mean?
No, there is another skill that you can use that it's only on the map.
Oh, I haven't tried that then.
You will see it. You will see it after this fight. Yeah, it's that's the thing. Also the tutorial, I think it can be improved. It's something we've been carrying on since the demo, and we polished it, but there are still things that...
Yeah, one of the things, you were talking about the runs being super long. For the expert runs, you said it was 3 full layers. I can barely survive the first layer. But with that in mind, do you have mid-round saves? Can I get into this, do a little bit, and then save it, and then go back and play it again?
Absolutely, yeah. The game saves every time you do something in the map.
Okay.
In the battle, it doesn't. So, like, if you quit during a battle, you can, when you continue the game, you will start from the beginning of that battle, right? So many people are also saves coming nowadays, but that's okay. A lot of games do it, and the game is pretty hard as is, so it's good to have that option for now. Not sure if it's going to be forever like that, but yeah, right now it works like that. So yeah, you can come back, but this is the thing that the people were saying as well. It's like the game is so complex that if you go out and then come back, like if you didn't start the layer yet, it's okay. But if you're in the middle of the layer exploration, you might find yourself a little bit lost, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Try to see where I can
go.
There,
the skills.
Where do
there in the bottom.
Oh.
You see near the...
Select a revealed cluster and choose between 3 buffs for combat. Oh, I didn't even realize I had these.
Yeah, don't worry. The tutorial skips it very fast, so you can miss it. Yeah. And
oh my God.
You can use those once per alarm. So you use one, and then they are cooldown until next alarm.
That's a huge deal. All right.
Yeah.
How long does that persist? Does it persist in that room forever if I use that? Oh, when the alarm level is raised? Okay.
It's always alarm, yeah.
I'm going to use that on the boss.
You have a very cool one, which is the blink one of my favorites. It's very fun to...
Select an empty space in a revealed cluster and teleport to it. So we can move... How often do these restart? Just once per LAN?
Once per LAN, yeah. But you have items that refresh. You have the refresher, which the refresher node as well, that will refresh a skill. So you can use it twice and do some combos with that. And that really is cool. Unique for each character as well, those 3 skills.
Okay, that changes things completely, because I was like, if it's just the deck, like I felt like I rolled last time. I didn't realize that there were like skills like that. I thought this was kind of a display of my commands. That was what I assumed, but completely wrong assumption. And this refreshes skills, so I'd be able to use all my skills and then refresh them with an exploit. That's kind of cool. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're going to connect to the upgraded surface.
Yeah.
I really like this.
I'm glad you like it. It was like we wanted to... we always do this. It's like something that maybe we shouldn't do that much, but it's like we always add something more, It's like... So this was the shop, and we thought, like, what if we have position and bonuses for the shop, So now we do adjacency and stuff. We always want to do something more, but we also need to control ourselves because it can be overwhelming.
What is a protocol? Is that any card?
No, protocols are a type of card that when you play them, they stay, their effect stay in combat until the end of combat.
I see. That's quite cool.
But they are hard to get.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering what that is, because like I saw that and I'm like, I don't think I have a protocol. And I wanted to make sure. I'm getting some really good abilities right now. It's a good day. The shop is
you entered with a lot of a lot of money, so you can get a lot of stuff. It's a very economic way game in a sense as well. It's the thing of getting resources and
Yeah, feels really good.
I wanted to answer one question that I saw in the chat that I didn't do that presentation, which is where are we from? Because I have a weird accent, probably. We are from Argentina, so most of the team, not the entire team, but we come from Argentina. We live in Spain currently, but yeah, we come from there.
Cool.
So we talk Spanish as a rain.
I only know English and not very well, so that's where I'm at. This is cool. Wings restore. It shields itself and then heals itself, like actually heals itself. That's horrific. Nice.
Yes.
I like this a lot. I really like this character. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, if you do area of effect damage to this one, you can like kind of bypass its passive, right? Because you hit him are the wings, and then he opens the wings.
I thought that I would have to hit the wings first and then do an AoE, but that's kind of cool. I dig that.
Yeah. You can hit it with AoE because it's you cannot target him. It's not like
but AoE will
final boss, which is
That's awesome. Just pop that, do that.
I saw when you fight with versus the boss in the last run. Yeah, you played as Darwin. The first run as Darwin is very difficult because that character is way more complex than Ursa, right? It's meant to be like that. It's like Ursa is the first character you will play, and you will unlock the second character, right? So.
I see. That's I went to go play him and I was like, this is really complicated, and I'm getting rolled. It's like, okay, it's very funny. No, I really love this though. The addition of the skills now is going to change this completely, which is quite funny. Removers are great. I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah. I really liked the remover before. The idea of like card reduction in your hand is just such a big deal in games like this. Feels really nice. But which one do I want to get rid of? It's gonna be that. I really like this. So I'm gonna ask you a difficult question, which I always like seeing how people feel about this. I want you to call your baby ugly. Tell me what's wrong with your game. What's the worst part of it?
Oh, I love that question. Let me think about it.
Totally fair. Yeah, as long as you need.
Yeah, I have to think because there are more than one, mostly because it's early access, right? So we still have a lot of work to do, even though we are very happy with where we are right now. I think mainly it is like the balance, the balance as a whole. Not that much the balance numerically that, we can tweak with stats and the like as we progress the early access. More the balance, the pacing of the run. It's connected with the other thing that I told you about being too long. There is a big challenge that we have designing this game, which is exploration. It's very open, right? So we can't control the progression of the player that much as other games. Other games put a path in front of you and you just choose ABC, and that way I, as the game designer, I can decide, I can know how much are you progressing in power level, right? We cannot do that because if we want to maintain an exploration that it's more free for the player, we need to address that some players will be way stronger than some other players, because it depends on how they explore the map. And that is a very, very difficult thing to balance because you have on one end, you have the player that play the map excellently, and if you balance the enemies for that player, then the player that didn't get everything in the map will get stunned, right? But if you do it the other way, then it's too easy for the one that plays well. So there is a very fine balance that we need to get about how much things you get, how early you get the things, how early you get the rare cards or not. In the last run you played, you got this rare card that was the glass cannon. You were making like 150, and you were face rolling every.
I face rolled everything up until the boss, and then I got face rolled.
Exactly. So that's an issue as well because it's not that you cannot have strong cards, but if you get a strong card too early, then you might break the balance. So it's a very thin line we are working on there. We have a lot of ideas to keep improving it, and early access stats will help us a lot. But I think that would be the ugly child, this thing of sometimes the balance is very difficult to achieve in the exploration part.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair and it's cool because every developer has a different answer to that. And it's always good because the community can then see like, hey, yeah, they're really cognizant of the problems with the game. It's always a positive thing. Nobody's upset when you know what's wrong with your own game, So I think it's great. It's a really great response.
Yeah, exactly.
With that, you guys have been working on this for a while. How many years have you worked on this now?
It's more or less 3 years. We have like many different versions. We had to refactor code a lot of times. It was insane.
Yeah, no, that's quite a good amount of time, to be honest with you. With that in mind, is there anything that you would do? Like, let's say you could go back and give yourself some advice for this. Maybe something you would change along development or hinted to do something better. What would that be?
I think it will be better at organizing things, like the pre-production aspect, for example. Like, be more mindful about that. For example, instead of going forward, and making the game and then having to, redo it and stuff, like, it's way better, I think, to try to sit down and, build something more, make a complete GDD, organize the things better instead of just going with the flow. That is something that we kind of did, and that costed us a lot of time and resources that we could have probably saved. But also that would have improved a lot, also the communication in the team, and being more organized as a whole, being a team of many people that are friends, and the likes. It's like we were going with the flow a little bit, and I think having a production plan, and having everything written down before you do it, I think that is one of the most important lessons that we learn.
The game design duck.
Absolutely, yeah, because it's mainly that. The entire team needs that, because
it's super fair. Yeah,
you end up remaking things.
We actually do 2 game jams every year. So I do them in July and then in January. And part of their submission for the game jam is they have to include a game design document. And it's something that I try to stress to people, like, you got to do this because it is so helpful. Like it's and I'm glad you understand completely, because it's like one of the most helpful things you could possibly do. It is so useful for you to have something like that. If you guys don't know, is to build just even a brief draft. It doesn't even have to be sane. Like by the end of the day, you might get rid of all of it, but anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ooh, these cards are interesting.
Not only for you and for the team as well, right? That is also the important thing, because sometimes you already know in your head, but if the team knows for sure what you want to do, it's so important, and you lift the weight off your shoulders as well when you have that on a document. It's very good.
I could drop the cost of this and then get it.
Bank's gift is kind of busted.
These are all ridiculously good. If you're at max VIN.
You have little money.
I have very little money. I have 555. That's not really a good one. I think I'm gonna get this. Didn't have enough, but kind of worth. What is that? An integrity. That's a Haven. I really like that you guys have these symbols at the top of them. So like, I know this is gonna give me cards. I know this is a remover. Like that's fantastic. And I'm starting to run out of time on this land, unfortunately. It's a big problem.
Yeah. It required a lot of runs to understand the game.
Yeah, and I think it's quite good now, though. Like, I'm starting to get that feel where, like, I can understand what I'm doing. It feels good. Nothing in this feels super negative. And I don't feel like I'm getting cheesed in any way. I just feel like I was not good the first round, which is cool, because now I've got these cool combos going, and they just feel right. So...
yeah, you're getting the hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Feels super,
but you also are playing like streaming, right? Like that must be so hard because you have to read all this stuff, and also
it's just
the
how
chat,
it goes.
and everything.
Someone in chat said GDDs are super helpful, especially in the game jams, to know what content to cut towards the end of the jam. Yeah, when I first did it, the first game jam I ever did, a lot of people were like, I don't want to make a game. I'm really afraid of making a game. And I was like, okay, how about we do a different kind of game jam? We just make game design documents. And I had everyone make game design documents. They had 2 weeks to only make a GDD, and that was it. And it required them to show what technology they were going to use, like what kind of tools, everything, right? And then at the end of that 2 weeks, I said, bait and switch, go make your game. You got 2 weeks. Because they had already done all the research. They knew what tools they were going to use, and it was no longer scary. And we had like 150 submissions in our first go. For people who had never made anything before and were like generally afraid to make it. And I was like, that's cool. This worked out really well. And then we've just been doing them ever since. But yeah, it was a bait and switch on the first one. Because it's just, you are less afraid when you write it on paper, is really what it is. Like because you've researched, you know what it's supposed to be, so on and so forth. And it just worked out really well.
Right, yeah. That's a very cool exercise, yeah.
Yeah, with that in mind, we do have a lot of like newer developers or people who are just starting out in the community. Do you have any advice for them?
Yes, I think I would say the opposite that I just say. It's like kind of contradictory, but like I said, do the GDD, but I would also say like do stuff, like I think just doing it is already a victory nowadays, right? Because it's so hard to do stuff in general, in life nowadays. So if you can, join with some friends and do something, I think it's like Shaya said, just do it, because that's the best way to start, I think, because then you feel more confident, right? You do something, at least, anything. And then you do another thing, and then you do another thing. And I think nowadays it's very hard to get a publisher, for example, and the likes. So I think being confident enough with yourself, and trying to do something, even if you don't have a publisher, for example, just try to do something with someone or even alone. In some of the time that you have anything, I think that will get the ball rolling, and you can take your time, and go step by step. I think that is what I would do, right? Even more, I think that, studying a lot, or I'm not saying that don't study, but I think nowadays in this world, we have so many tools as well, to use. I think just doing is the best thing you can do. So I think jams are amazing.
Heck yeah. I made a mistake here where I thought this was the core and I was going to return to it. This is the core. This is something called root.
Oh,
yes.
I had not seen. That is the elite fight, the root. It has a very good reward, but it has a strong enemy.
I'm going to try that. I'm probably going to get my
You can use the skill. You can use
I
the
didn't
skill
use it.
first.
It's too late. I'm screwed.
Oh.
It's fine. Is there
You can
any way to
buff
stop?
yourself if you throw the skill. No, you cannot cancel. Not yet.
I did it anyway. The game let me. Oh, it didn't work. I used it while walking, and I hit confirm, but I don't think it did anything. Oh, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Look at that thing. That's horrifying.
Yes, this is the corruptor.
Okay. Add one corrupted data. Pass. Corrupted data is that horrible card that sits in my hand and is bad. Time the runner draws a corrupted data card, this gains 8 barrier. Okay, and then that one destroys the corrupted data. We're going to have to use AoE on this. It's going to deal damage. I don't have very much shield in this round, but that's fine.
I'm reading the questions in the chat. There is no demo right now, but we are building one.
Nice. Oh, very cool. Love that. Got 50. Screw it. I'm going to take the damage. It hurts. Oh, he's got crazy arms. Yeah, demos, I think, are just incredibly beneficial, honestly. It's always really cool. There's a lot of people that just won't even play unless they can play a demo. Oh.
Yeah. We really want to do it. Like right now, you can buy and refund, but that is not the same, right?
Yeah, it's not the same.
But we will definitely make a cut for the demo. It's something that it's not that hard right now for us to make because we can control the content and release a demo, but yeah, it's not there yet.
What happens if I play a corrupted from my repo for free?
Nothing. It will just be played, but it will do nothing.
Kind of just wanted to know. Like, I was like, that's kind of weird, right?
It's a nice question. Yeah. those little things.
It's quite funny.
Ooh,
All right, I'm
nice.
doing all right.
Yeah.
This is not so bad. It's getting progressively worse, though, as I get more corrupted data in my deck. That damage was huge.
Now 100. Yeah, it's
Oh
okay. You can heal afterward.
I shielded it quite a lot there, so I think I'm doing all right. These are both going to pass. I think I actually need to do damage to the claw. It's time to get rid of this corrupted garbage all over my hands. Otherwise, I'm going to get burned out. There we go.
Ooh, Void. You have Void's Cold Slash. You hit everything.
Yeah, Void Slash, that Void ability is quite good. It's very, very strong. I like that. AoE seems to be quite rare in this.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a bad thing, but it's something to definitely keep in mind.
Yeah, it's another thing that it's very difficult to balance for us, because there are some enemies that are designed in a way that you have to kind of choose what to hit, but then you have area damage and you just don't care.
What? Yeah. I discarded one of them. One of the corrupteds. Nice. And I win.
Nice.
That's a nasty boss. That was quite fun. I love how different and dynamic these different encounters are. You guys have done an amazing job with that. It's very fun.
Thank you.
Well, we are almost at time, but I have had a blast playing this, and I'm wondering, is there anything you'd like to leave chat out with?
No, I think I would invite everyone to try the game. We are on a very early stage right now. Like, it's only 1 month since early access launch. So anyone that can, join the Discord, play the game, give us feedback, it helps us build the game that we want to build. So every single one of you can help us with that. And we are very glad when people come to Discord and chat. There is already a community building in our Discord, which are, sharing thoughts about the characters, strategies. I cannot win with this character. I can win with this character, and then you see the point of view of different players, and that is something that we are always looking at that chat because it's huge for us to get that kind of real, live feedback.
Yeah. I definitely didn't feel like the game was, I guess, cheesing me is the way to put it, like at all. On that previous stuff, I just felt like I was bad. It's like, immediately just felt like I was bad, which is great. That's a much better feel, I think. Let me Fang Strike that, and then we could execute. Let's do something awful to this guy.
Ooh, execute.
Yeah.
You can kill it, right?
Maybe. I don't have 2 cards to discard, so Maker's Touch isn't going to work. Maybe Amped?
Oh.
Do I have enough Vim? I can't tell.
No.
I think I'm going to do Hot
No,
Light then.
you don't, because you used the execute, that it's 17. So yeah, I think you have to do.
Reduce the amount of damage. Yeah. Ooh,
Oh no.
that's fine.
23.
Didn't kill the core in the first round, but I can do it in the second.
Yes, I think you can do it with this deck.
That's a good hit. It's
Yeah.
going to put a
We
bunch
are
of
already
debuffs
thinking
in.
on changing a little bit this fight. We think that
Really?
the Pierce core should probably penetrate the invulnerability, right? Because that would be also more thematic. So probably hit for less, but pierce. Actually pierce the core,
I'm going to be real. I wouldn't complain about that. It's like, it hurts. It hurts bad, Because, you use all your resources to break the shield that turn, and then you're kind of dead, Oh, that's a big hit. There we go.
You have enough.
I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm going to take a huge hit, and there's nothing I can do about it unless we can execute. What can we execute? Amp shield? No, that's not going to do it. I could at least save myself 20 HP, maybe? Screw it. Let's just go all
go
out.
face.
Go what?
Go face.
Just burn it. Oh, it's almost dead. Oh, I'm going to kill it. We're going all in. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Worth.
So one thing is, yes.
That was cool.
So if there is another layer after this one, like if you are playing the other run, you heal yourself when you advance. So you can use life as a resource on the final boss.
This is an awesome feature. Check this out, guys. If you win a run,
Yes,
or at the end of your run, you can share a run and it generates a web page for you. So you can send this to somebody else and show exactly what you did. That's a really cool feature. I like that a lot.
Yes,
man.
we are always seeing this. We have a channel in Discord that people post there the links when they win and also when they lose sometimes. So it helps us a lot and also other players, right? Because you can get to see what works or not.
I dig that a lot. That's very, very cool. Really, really cool. Hell yeah, man. Well, we are at time now, but it was lovely looking at your game. It was lovely talking to you. I want to thank you very much for coming on, and I think your game is awesome. For everybody out in chat, go wishlist this. Do it. Go wishlist the video game. If you're interested in this in any way, wishlist it, because that's quite cool.
Awesome.
As it gets enraged.
Awesome.
One sec. It's like,
And
this
also,
is a
if you
scam.
play it, and if you like it, like if you play it and you like it, always remember to leave a review as well, because that it's huge, on Steam.
Most definitely.
Let's make everything.
Yeah, you guys are going to be up on the list after the stream today. I've got a bunch of other games to put up too. So it's you and like 7 others. So you'll be all up there soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having us, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure talking to you as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.